KUDZI, what's up, my guy?
What's good, my guy? What are you saying, bro?
No, it's good, my man. It's good,
Saying,
my
my
man.
guy.
You know what? This is a beautiful day, man. The
It's
day
good.
where we record our podcast, we share our experience. We don't talk about anyone. We talk about ourselves. Even though we're going to talk about trending news, there are
Yeah.
people. There are a lot of things that are happening.
It makes the news for a reason, isn't it? So,
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, man,
yeah.
hey, just brief to yourself who you are, man. Who you are.
Yeah, so my name is KUDZI. I'm from Zimbabwe. Met DJ literally last week, man. It's mad in what the world can do. Yeah, and we're here recording, to my surprise. He told me about his thing, cheers to that. He
Cheers
told
to
me
them,
about
man.
his
Cheers to that. Cheers to that.
podcast, and I was like, I want to see it, I want to check it out. And I saw your videos previously. You're doing a good job, man, just having experiences of people sharing their experiences.
Thank you, man.
So my name is KUDZI. I'm from Zimbabwe. I think what I saw on the podcast is Southern African. A lot of people are Southern African connected, So I thought I could share my story as well. You know what I mean? I came in the UK 2011. I was 18, and I've managed to leave both worlds, and like have a benefit of living both worlds. That's a blessing, I think, because a lot of other people were born here, they never got to live in the UK, and there's people in Africa who never lived their life abroad. I just came at the right time in the middle where
You're still adulting.
I'm adulting, and my Zimbabwean is still in me. It hasn't left me.
You still have the culture, man. You still have the culture. You still have the culture.
And
Yeah,
now I'm embracing the culture of the UK as well. I've been able to adjust quite a lot. So yeah, that's me, man. That's KUDZI. I mean,
Yeah, man. Yo, everyone, that's your boy DJ. You the only brand, guys. Today, man, it's an episode that I'm very excited because we've been not recording because of the studio has been they've been busy. They are doing so many renovations here. They're preparing for the summer. One Oxford, man. What's your experience here, man, KUDZI?
I love it, man. One Oxford, right? Yeah, there's those things that remind you from at home,
Yeah.
Savannah, Zambezi,
Yeah,
the
the drinks, man, the
music,
drinks,
when DJs on the decks. You know what I mean, so there's those things that remind you back home. So I think it's important to always have that in a community where we diasporans come in this new world we're living in. We might lose ourselves a bit because there's nothing there. But I've been fortunate that everywhere I've been, there's a Zim community for me that's there, and it keeps me connected back home. So man, I love a Zambezi, man. Yeah, and I love a Zambezi. So
The drink, and I never experienced the drinking soda Zambezi. I never one day.
bro, that's my favorite, man. Zambezi, if you're watching this, sponsor us, you know what I mean?
He's pushy, man. I'm happy that you're pushing. Yeah, man.
If you're watching this, sponsor
Yeah, man.
us.
Guys, this is Mike and Mine. Please subscribe, like, and share, guys. Behind me, behind the lens, there's my friend, my girl there, Yvonne. She's the lady who's taking care of us. She's angry that I'm touching myself where she doesn't like that. Anyway, Buffett, you have experienced both worlds, like we're saying, South Africa, Zimbabwe, and the UK. What's so shocking between the three countries? Let me say, give you three countries because this. You have been to Botswana before?
I've been to Botswana on a day trip because Zimbabwe was peak. So you'd go shopping for Botswana and come back to Zimbabwe in a day. I've been to Francistown, so the day
Yeah, this is my
trip,
town. That's my town. That's my town. That's my town.
I've been to Francistown on a day trip to
my
go
town,
shopping
man.
and then go back home. But
Yeah,
South
man.
Africa, I used to go there a lot for holidays when I was young, so it was nice, Joburg. It was really good. And so, yeah. So I think in all worlds, when you first leave your own country, you leave your own country to go another country, there's always a cultural shock. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's just so good, depending on the level you understand the differences. So I remember when I went to South Africa first time, I was 16. Yeah, I was about 16. That's when I went to South Africa first time. And it was just so futuristic to me, man. There's motorways, because
The change of terrain. When you get to South Africa, there's a new terrain. You can see that, yeah.
The services, I remember at Messina border post, the services at the corner there, when you cross the border,
Yeah.
I was like, damn, this is another world,
Yeah.
Because at that point, we didn't have those things in Zimbabwe. We didn't have, like, these futuristic
Yeah.
like not futuristic now because I'm used to it. Like these
Yeah.
services we have here, but in South Africa they're already there. So I remember it was just a different shift in terms of like what you see. So South Africa it was just more holidays, but I think when I came here in the UK, it was a big change. And like I
Yeah.
remember it was summer. I landed summer,
And I came in summer too.
yeah,
Yeah.
and in summer it was 9 p.m. but the sun was out. That played my mind so much, I still remember this day. That played my mind a lot. Like, wait, what's going on? It's
10
like
o'clock, man, and it's
10
still
o'clock,
light,
the
man.
sun is out, it's
And the
too
sun is still
light,
out, man.
I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, what's going on? I remember just looking at my phone saying, like, it's 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock,
And you thought it's normal. And you thought like it's gonna be like that all the time.
So I mean, so I think it's good to travel, guys. It's really good to see
Yeah,
different
man, it
worlds.
is. It is
If you have an
amazing.
opportunity to live in another country for at least 3 months, I think it's good. It's just always good to learn a lot.
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
man. It's really. We're talking about Zimbabwe, my man. When we were young, we used to go to Zimbabwe during school holidays, and there was a family that was a family friend, and we used to go there, and we were like, it was one of the best moments that you can share. Like you wait for the next time to come, and. Going them and the way they were eating, the way they were welcoming us, it was amazing. Zimbabwe used to be a powerhouse whereby even the students from our country
Yeah.
used to go there, like they had a higher education.
Yeah.
But I think those things they messed up when you were like you were between the good Zimbabwe that I'm talking about and the bad Zimbabwe that you experienced. How did that affect your life, your as a childhood and your family at all?
I love Zimbabwe, like I'm Zimbabwean deep in my soul, like I think with all countries there's a lot that goes on in countries
Yeah.
politics wise, what I mean? Like I think my experience in Zimbabwe personally, it was good, it was good. There was bad times, but I think having the comfort of your mom and your dad here, my parents moved here about my dad moved here in 1999. My mom moved here 2003. So I can't really say we experienced the bad of it too much because my parents were here working hard to make sure we're okay back in Zimbabwe. But I think it was just more that when things went bad, but about 2008, that's when we started doing shopping. Like I said, I went to Francistown for shopping
for
because
shopping.
we couldn't find anything in our shops in
Yeah.
Zimbabwe, so we'd go to cross the border to go to get food shopping for boarding school, for example.
Yeah.
So it was an opportunity. Like I think personally, I just take everything as a life evolves. Sometimes you have to go through those stages of things not working out, and then through Zimbabwe not working out, I was able to travel. I went to South Africa, I went to Zambia, I went to Botswana. Just seeing different environment,
Environment, yes,
welcoming
yes,
families, welcoming people. So personally, I think I don't necessarily think it affected me. I think it made me understand there's more out there
You
in the
turn lemon
world.
into lemonade.
Yes, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I understood
yeah,
there's
yeah.
more out there in the world. We're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
just in this landlocked country, Zimbabwe, and we think we're the ones who are only suffering. I understood there was
Yeah.
more to the world. I experienced quite a lot between the recession of Zimbabwe. I was able to go different countries, and
I
that
always
worked
tell
out
some
well.
people that failures have driven me from place to places, like failure, So, but when I'm looking at the track record back, like I'm proud of the journey that I went through. You
Yeah,
get it?
yeah.
Like if I was, I've succeeded at one point, but in the middle, I couldn't be where I am now. Which is the question that I'm asking: am I happy with the moment where I am? I believe I am. So even though there are some challenges that I'm facing, but at the moment I'm okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So, man, coming here, I hear some people that like they were they were forced to come here as parents because, like you're saying, the parents were giving money at home. So when you were a kid, you know, your mama is here and you are there in Africa. You are balling. You are not a kid, like, you know, you're not a struggling kid.
Yeah,
You
you're
know?
balling,
Even you might not be
100%.
having a big house, but you know your parents will be giving you something. You know,
Nah, the
because as a
pocket
kid,
is good.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So were you okay with the decision that hey, right now pack your bags, now you are moving to UK?
I think for me, it was just more the longing to live with my parents. Yeah, and you know, like sometimes, like my dad left 1999. He was coming back. My mom 2003, and you grow up without your parents. You know, so sometimes you forget your parents. You know they're there, but you don't have that connection. You know, but you know my mom is there. You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so I think it was for me. It was something I always wanted in terms of like, no, I need to go live with my mom and my dad. I need to be able to see my parents. So for me, when the opportunity came, I mean, my visa we tried 7 times. My guy, he wasn't going through 7 times. You know,
Yeah.
I remember at school.
Is that
I said goodbye at school. Term ending, bro.
yeah,
Term
yeah, yeah,
ending.
yeah,
I'll be told like you coming to the UK this holiday, Christmas holiday.
yeah.
Bye, guys. I'm not coming back. You know,
Yo.
the visa declined. They don't come back. Die. You got told the visa has been declined, and now you have to go back to the same school. My parents were mean about that. They would take us to the same school because they like those schools. So we go back to the same school, me and my brothers. After we already said we're not coming
Goodbye.
back. Right?
Yo.
So it was something we waited for
Yeah.
7 times for us to be able to come here, you know.
Persistence, my guy.
Persistence, yeah, I mean, like in terms
Yeah.
of my parents, I always respect them for that because you can give up and just come back to Zimbabwe to your kids. But I think for me, it was something that we've always wanted as a family in terms of like, you know, we wanted to move abroad because most of my cousins were already abroad with their parents, and it was just me and my brother, three of us. Me and my older brother, my younger brother, he met him.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, yeah.
the three of us.
Yeah.
It was just us the three in the family in Zimbabwe. So it's like, "Ah, we need to go too. We need to see the snow."
Have you seen this? No,
You know? Bro, I saw it once. I saw it once properly.
Yeah.
So for me personally, I think it was something that I wanted, and I think when that happened, the visa when they approved, you know, the Home Office approved that you've been approved your visa. That was a celebration because it's like finally I can go.
I can
Yeah,
see,
and,
I
you
can
know,
see the
yeah,
goosebumps when you read
yeah,
that. Man.
because
Now when you're saying your final goodbyes,
my
now.
friends were saying I'm lying every time. So
Yeah,
even when I said I was actually finally going, they didn't believe me because I said it 7 times. Yeah, like I'm going.
Yeah, I'm going,
Yeah,
and then you didn't go. Oh,
so
man,
yeah.
So like as a child, like there's a there's a struggle that we are going through. Maybe a separation of parents, moving them from your parents being in UK, you staying in Africa. There's a struggle that you're going through. Have you ever had any struggle, especially from the family, like your family back home?
I think my family back home they looked after us properly. They did
Wow,
take care
it's
of
a
us,
blessing, man. It's a blessing.
but it's still the you still feel like
The
this is
mother,
not my mom.
yeah,
No, this
yeah.
is not my parents. I mean, you still feel like, you know, you still feel like they're doing it just because they need to do it. And because someone else is in the UK now,
Yeah.
they're doing it. They're doing it out of love, obviously. They did because I lived with my mom's side of things. I was living with my mom's side of the family, but I think they showed so much love to us. But you still have the edge that, you know, I don't know my mom. Because think about 2003. 2003, I was in grade 5. Yeah, grade
Yeah,
5. Yeah. So I was in grade 5. You still,
2003.
yeah. I was
Yeah.
in grade 5, grade 4, 5. My mom moved here. So it's always that, you know, you want to be closer to your
To
mom
mom,
because
yeah.
even if you live with the best family around you, it doesn't feel the
Yeah,
same. Then
as a person who have lost the mom when at childhood, I understand what you're
sorry
talking
about
about.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Because even if you can have the love and the support from people, you can't feel the same experience that your mom had.
Yeah.
Even if your mom was hard on you, and these guys are giving you everything, the love
Yeah,
that you have for your
yeah.
mom is gonna be the best. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think, yeah, definitely he was great. I learned to live, to share, because when my mom was there, it was just me and my brothers. So sharing was not a thing. But when my mom left, her sisters left as well. So it was now
Oh,
nine grandchildren living with
oh.
our grandma. So now you have to share everything,
Don't you
like,
miss the
yeah.
moment though? But because when you're
No,
in like
this was
family,
amazing, because
yeah,
this is actually where I can say myself, it was through that experience, because like that's when I now know, like, in terms of the love has spread, or even me wanting to be around people, is because of through that experience, because if that didn't happen, I would have just been maybe a spoiled kid.
yeah,
Yeah,
man.
and if that didn't happen, but now I understand that the effect is someone is lacking, someone is, I mean, you can share these things, like the world, the pie is too big. Then, yeah.
So still talking about that issue of growing up in a big family. You know the new song of Kanye West that is trending on social media. That he says he sucked the dick of his cousin for some times. So don't you like what's your bad experience with the family in that issue?
Nah, I think my family was always overprotective of us. They just, yeah. I think with Kanye West, yeah, it's a weird one, yeah, and yeah, I think it's just like this guy's going through a lot, and we're just watching him on the internet express it.
Yeah.
I think Kanye West, personally, I think he probably needs to take a step back. Some of his team needs to take him back, and then he gets the help he needs. Because some things about your family don't expose like that. You just don't go and just say on Twitter, this is what happened.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
know. But personally, from my personal experience, there's always, obviously, in African relatives, there's always some relatives which are not great, but you also know your boundaries. I was able to, as a kid, I was able to understand, and, you guys, are
But
you allowed to
yeah,
swear here?
but you gotta, yeah, you can swear. You are like you're a tiny guy, so I can understand. I can understand. There are some kids that are grown like in a extended family. Some kids that they are giant. Like there are some aunties that experience the sexual experience on the kids because their parents are not there most of the time.
I think that's quite common in most families. I'll probably say, especially African families, that people take advantage, bro. Yeah, and it is what it is. Yeah, and like, but I think it's
Yeah.
more on what you grow up around. I mean, what you are around. And I was around love, man. And I was around love. Like, when, especially that I grew up in my mom's side of the family. That was
Yeah.
just, because he still felt like my mom, but he was not my mom physically. Do that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
love was still like his mother's love. He still babied like you know what I mean? So I think families, there's always gonna be there. I'm sure in my family there's something that's like Kanye, but
Yeah. Hold on. Hey, Dan, use this tablet to play the music.
I'm disturbing the podcast. What's going on,
Use the
bro?
I got
tablet.
people
Yeah.
downstairs going
Use the
mad.
tablet. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. No. That was Dalu. This is one of our bosses. Yeah. He's the one who does everything here. And when he's the boss here, he's a very friendly guy and he's a loving guy. And I'm trying to invite him to come to the podcast. It's refusing.
We should come
Yeah.
on.
He
Dalu
must come
should
to the
come on.
podcast.
Dalu. Next
Yeah.
one is
He
you,
must come.
bro.
Like I'm saying, like going back to the issue of Kanye West. Kanye West have been doing so many things in the internet, which I feel like nowadays it's common that people nowadays they vent on social media. What like have you ever had the experience that you feel like you can't share it to people around you, but you went on and share it on public platform? Have you ever had that experience?
No. Personally, I think public platform does not care. Does not give a shit. That's what I think. Let me put it that way.
Yeah,
I
man.
think sharing our personal feelings, I understand it helps the person who's feeling tight inside and they want to share, right? That's fine. And you let things out and you feel better. But I'm always a person who thinks, if you let out, what's the next steps? Then what are you doing? Then if you put it on social media, Are you just gonna go back in your own bubble again, or you're gonna seek help? Then
So there's no you find it like there's no help in.
it's just
It's just
expressing
speaking in
also
the vein.
you want to be acknowledged, you know. But then
Yeah.
the help is like, for example, let's say if I shared something, because Kanye West is big, so I'm not even gonna say Kanye West, because let's say I shared something and I say this happened to me, this is what it is, and then people comment, right? But those people are commenting, are they gonna follow up to check on me? Right? Am I gonna feel bad after that? Then
But you know that social media they cannot take even bro they don't know the real story.
yeah, so that's what I mean. So you put yourself in a vulnerable state that you get to the point where you sharing your story and people there's memes, bro. Now you become a meme. Then you become a
become
meme.
a meme,
It's
yeah,
your
man, yeah.
personal deep story. Then
Yeah,
I
man.
believe in therapy. If you can't share it to your family, there's therapy. Like because therapy is you and facing your own things. But social media, bro, we're talking about Kanye right now. We talking about Kanye right now because he shared this stuff on social media that he was sucking someone's dick, his cousin's dick. But did anyone go and check on Kanye? Because that's my point. Because it's like it's okay to share, but then your voice is actually not heard. You need to be confident that if you say something yourself, if you go into help, because sharing on social media is not therapy. It's just explosive.
Like a person like Kanye West, not to say that you're going to go much on Kanye West, but a person like Kanye West who is a billionaire right now and sings in a song, because I don't think the word that I use in a song I'm gonna sing the song so that I can make it in life. Like I can say those things that have been sucked by my cousin, because we see that sexual thing that is going on is now it can make people trend faster, But do Kanye West need that kind of influence?
Kanye West is
What is
too
the
big.
benefit of him saying those things?
Kanye West is too big, and I feel sorry for people who probably follow Kanye West and because he's a celebrity, so
Yeah, yes,
we
yes.
worship these celebrities anyway. So sometimes you put in people who follow you at a state of vulnerability where you're a billionaire, you can say anything, it doesn't affect you. And what people say, because when you post something, the comments you're gonna get are millions of comments, right? And people are gonna comment better to you because you got status already. They're gonna say, sorry, Kanye. Then but KUDZI comes and says the same thing Kanye West says,
Yeah.
then I'm not gonna get the same feedback.
No, you're not going to get the
Yeah.
same feedback.
So it's those things where the celebrity culture is got so messed up with our social media hands, and that we just take our stories out there, but then it's like, have you dealt with your story internally? Because sometimes it gets it worse. Then it gets it worse that you're on social media saying how you felt. You want people to feel sorry for you, and then people don't feel sorry for you because there's always gonna be a joke who comes to it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and they laugh.
And maybe that way you're not going to receive it. Because sometimes, and I feel like sometimes we post the stories, I think looking for sympathy.
Yeah, definitely.
Then people, because people that they respond maybe on a couch, on a happy day, on a bad day, someone is gonna respond accordingly to the way they feel at the moment, and that thing can even make you. There are so many people that took their life because of social media reactions.
Exactly. So that's exactly what I mean in terms of, I don't think social media is a good platform to let out your personal things in terms of like your trauma, for example. If you've gone through stuff, I don't think you should put it out on social media. You put it out on social media, you need to put out on a base. Your post is saying, okay, I've went through this, but I've done this. So you make it positive. And
Yeah,
but if you just
yeah,
go and say, I suck my cousin's dick, for example,
yeah.
then so what does that mean to that kid who probably went through
Who
that?
follow you? Who
Then who
followed
followed
you?
you? So now
Yeah.
that this kid is gonna go and now confess, and what's gonna happen to his life? He's gonna get bullied.
Have you ever been bullied on social media?
I'm not a social media guy. I think I'm more Snapchat.
I should not invited you because how are you gonna share my the podcast? Because you need to work on social. You need to share the
No, I
podcast.
think my social media I try to keep it positive. I don't talk about. I
Yeah,
think my
yeah. No, I'm
personal
joking.
life
I'm
is
joking.
just
I'm joking.
my personal life is just my personal life. I handle that on the back, at the back door. Do you mean that's my things? I think that's what makes me KUDZI. Because the
Yeah, man.
separation of, if you know me now,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you can call me, like, even when we spoke earlier, like, I'm a guy, it's not like you what's going on? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because that's the important thing. Social media cannot just post like, guys, I'm going through a lot. Yeah, and then the comments, no, because I need the follow-up call. I'm sorry, I'm selfish. I want the follow-up call. For people who care about me, they need to call me to say, am I okay? So I don't believe in posting my personal stuff on social media. I can post the fun stuff. I can post a positive comment. Or if I get to the point where I post my personal stuff, I'm definitely putting a positive into it. Okay, KUDZI grew up like this, and this is KUDZI now. You know what I mean? So it's like you're not trying to make that boy or that girl who's following you to feel they need to just come out, because you don't know what social media is gonna do to them.
So you're protecting the person who's following you. Okay. As a person who grew up both worlds, what do you think about African men in therapy? Do we really?
Therapy is a good
Because
topic, you know.
I've been trying to go to therapy for the couple of times, and I've talked to my friend Maposa, you know him,
Yeah.
and hey man, that guy he condemned me from like, hey my man, why you gonna spend your money on
Yeah,
talking to another person about your life?
I think the thing what I've learned to understand about therapy, because I do therapy, and I pay my therapy at least 2 sessions a month. I tried, and because I
Two
think,
sessions a month.
yeah, it's healthy.
Wow, man.
I've gone through progressive therapy where I've done it like week by week.
Yeah,
And because I had my things to deal with, abandonment issues, my mom left when I was young,
yeah,
all of
yeah.
those things, for example. Do you know what I mean? But I think African man in therapy, it's just such a, like, yeah, nah, why, in therapy you the one talking. No, is they're not telling you what to do. When you get there, they ask you, why are you here? You know, and then you just talk. You know. But the thing what I always said what therapy is to me is talking to someone who has no idea or no expectation of who I am or who KUDZI is, right? And all they need to do is listen to what KUDZI is feeling, right? So they don't know me, they don't know my backstory, they don't know my life story for how old I was. It's someone I don't know. Because for example, if I go to my friend knows KUDZI, and our friends have expectations of who they want us to be. And sometimes we don't meet those things because we know they. 'Cause if
Yeah,
I've got a
but
friend, I'm like, my friend all need to, people who have friends, it's like my friends all need to be hustling, but with no understanding why their friend
yeah.
is not hustling. Then so therapy is like where you're talking to someone freely, because pay mind, I just paid for this, so you know,
You
but
should take that thing
yeah,
serious.
and I can't lie, it's someone made me go to therapy, and they really said I needed to go therapy because there's a lot of things that are coming up now, growing up, especially after COVID. Because I went therapy in COVID. COVID was a time where we just went silent. And I went therapy, and then someone really made sure that I needed to go therapy because drinking with men, what we do compulsive behaviors. Compulsive behaviors that we do the drink a lot, or do you know what I mean? So I think we need to take the whole thing about why you're paying someone to tell you. They don't tell you. You're the one who's talking. Yeah, they don't tell you what to do. You know.
Yeah, man, Kudzi, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you. But when would you advise me to go for to therapy?
100%, man. If your birthday, I'll probably even pay £50 for a first session. Then,
I think you should recommend me one because
I definitely think it's important, especially with the what's the name of it? It's masculinity thing we have in it.
yeah, yeah.
What's the term? I'm not good
I
with
don't
these
know with these
terms.
terms, man.
Like
Sometimes
this masculinity term, I don't have the word. Like I forgot. It's out of my mind. But because we think men are supposed to be just tough, isn't it? You know.
Mike and mine, guy, we are still continue with the conversation with Kudzi. And guys, this guy, the day that I spent with him, I've learned a lot, man. We still want to unpack this. Let's take some drinks, guys. Still talking about the trending news. Um, UK, there's a lot of single mothers and single fathers, man. Uh, it's a shocking thing when you move to when you're in Africa. You think they're there. I think because the television is lying to us. When you're talking about the trending news, you hear the story of Batman. You know Batman, eh? The one was producing for Lil Wayne.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
He said he dated Tony Braxton for 18 years. Tony Braxton advised her, like, baby, let's get married, of course, we've been dating for a long time. As a street kid, he's not used to the married thing.
Yeah,
He's not.
yeah.
He just was seeing the girls, like. But since he was dating this girl, that he feels like I'm giving you this to love. They got married. Then after getting married, they were divorced. She divorced him in 2 weeks,
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
getting half of his inheritance.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you say about this women getting away with this? I don't know if it's actually getting away with this, man. Like, is it fair for when I divorce, the woman take my inheritance, half of my inheritance?
Well, it depends. Yeah, and like
Yeah.
I have to sip on this one because I don't want the females coming for me, girls
Yeah.
coming for me for it. But I'm gonna be very honest with my opinion on this one.
Yeah.
I think we're in a progressive world, man. Then I think marriage is not the price anymore. Then I don't know whether that's good or bad, but I think our generation is now more seeking happiness. Then your happiness goes in different ways. Then happiness sometimes like, okay, we had kids together, like you said, single mom, single fathers. I'm gonna touch on that first and then go to the
Yeah.
single. So it's like our parents, they like there's parents who divorce when they're 60.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So me, that's even wild. Like, so how come at 60 now, when we're saying you're retiring, you guys divorce? Why are you seeking your happiness now? You were not happy for a long time, but you stayed for the kids because now kids are grown up, they've left the house. We can now express ourselves. But our generation now is more, I don't even know. I don't know what gen are we? Are we Gen something? Gen Z?
I think it's a mix up.
Yeah.
Especially those ones who are born in the 80s.
80s to the 90s.
To 80s and the 90s.
Yeah,
These are the more dominating.
I'm not talking about I'm at 2000 now. You
Yeah.
guys chill. I'm talking about the uncles now. We the uncles now, right?
Yeah.
I think happiness is important in terms of like, sometimes, man, the beauty about happiness is, you could have a child with someone else, right? And then you think you need to be with that person, but then the only purpose you guys were put together was to have the child. The only purpose you were supposed to be together is to bring life. That's it.
But man, the purpose has been there for a long time. Man.
No,
people-
but before in Africa, if you had a child with someone, even if it was a mistake, for example,
Yeah.
you would have to marry that person, right?
Yes. That was
Right?
back in the days, right?
Yeah. So now it's like if you see that there's a lot of single mothers and single fathers, because it's not working. Then, but let's just make sure that it works for the kid. Obviously, I'm talking about people who are making work for their child. People who are not. That's another story for another day.
Yeah.
But who are doing the best for the kid involved. Then, because what it is, we just want to be happy, man. Then happiness is not with someone. Happiness is making sure that you are happy. If you can understand that, okay, we've got a child, and then let's know it didn't work. But then,
Don't you think that nowadays we have a lot of freedom? Like there are a lot of options nowadays. Because back in the days, my man, back in the days, in order for you to get a girl, my guy, you need to be tactical. You need to be patient. You need to be sure. You need to be like, you need a lot of things in order for you to have a girl. and you know the channel of communication, like for you to wait by the tap and tell the girl that, can you come out of your house, you know?
Yeah.
But nowadays, like, don't you think that the technology have made everything fast?
No, 100%, 100%. It made the fast options are too many. Then like for example, Tinder's and that. Then there's too many options. But at the end of the day, you're gonna need someone, isn't it? You're gonna need someone who you're gonna be saying like, "This is my person." Then whether you're married or not, whether you're gonna need, whether it's a friend, whatever, you're gonna need someone at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I think it's just I think for me, having the progressiveness of these things happening, there's more clarity that comes to it to the end, because I think, I don't know how they were doing it back in the day, our parents. I don't know how they
No,
did
I
it.
think we get a little bit of experience of it.
Yeah,
You were born in the 80s, right?
No,
Or
93, 93,
Oh,
yeah.
but it's still early 90s.
Yeah.
Early 90s is not like it's way
No,
back,
but I'm speaking from my parents are 60s, so I
Oh,
don't know
yeah,
how they were doing it but I feel
they were sure, like they were making sure that this is the right person for me to woo. It was so difficult for you to
No, but
to get a girlfriend.
when you see, it was difficult. Like, I mean, like obviously now it's like, like I remember the first time I started dating when I came here, McDonald's day was enough. But now trying to tell a girl to go McDonald's, I don't think these guys are doing that now. Nando's was a date with a girl, but now we're here. I see on social media the Shard, all of these things. That's the dates
no,
now.
it's endless, my guy.
Like now it's like there's the money side of it. I think the world is now fair. The same way we're moving on equality between men and women, that's the same thing I think. Also, if let's say for example, a woman says she wants a man with 100 grand a year, you need to have 100 grand a year. Then that's the equality part of it, because we cannot push the equality and then you want the man to be the man, but then also you're saying no, we know. Then so we need to be level. I think now the surface is getting level. So in terms of like, the people are saying they want to date a rich man, you also need to be rich, because if that man leaves you, then what's gonna happen? Then and is that man really gonna treat you well if he's rich and you don't get anything? I don't know.
Yeah, man, it's a bit challenging. You ladies out there, you always wanna put going around the town with headphones, eh? How do people talk to you guys?
My man is old school, guys.
No, like seriously, it's so funny that people are in dating site, man.
Yeah.
They're in dating site. How can you be on dating site, but when you are in town, you are on headphones? How do we say, hello, my sister, how are you?
No, I think yeah, it's
I'm not saying you should talk to strangers, but immediately I just put on my headphones on the road. I can get on headphones when I'm going somewhere, but I think this wireless headphones, man, have cutted the real connection of life.
No, 100%. Technology has made us worse in terms of like we depend on technology. But I think, I believe in tech, man, and I like technology.
I like technology. It's the one
That's why we're doing this,
Yes.
So I just think it's more on how we make it work in terms of like, I think humans, we're very adaptive. Then we're very adaptive. If you think about, people are now worried about AI, but Google was an AI.
Yeah, Google was
AI.
Only was slower.
Yeah. But now we got AI now. It's fast. Everyone's thinking like,
yes.
AI. No,
Yeah.
You have to adapt.
I never look at it that way. That Google was
AI. Microwave
Yeah.
was AI.
Yeah.
Washing machine was AI. Because there was people used to wash clothes with hands, and then washing machines came in. That's a progressiveness within the generation. Because now we even think we're born with washing machines. We're not. Some of us were not.
Man.
We were washing hands,
I never look at it that way.
Right, so it's those things where I just think humans evolve. We've evolved and we continue to evolve. But I always think like when the evolution is happening, always catch it early and learn it and understand it, and then you grow with it. Then you also embrace that growth, because AI is not going anywhere. It's even gonna progress.
It's not. And there's something that's gonna be beating AI. Man.
something else gonna come up. So I think in terms of like obviously headphones, dating on the phone, that's what it is. Because remember we had 3 years of COVID. So what are people gonna do? You know, people are gonna be dating on the phone. So that even made the dating on the phone more important. You
Yeah,
know.
nowadays, like you spend almost like 70% of the year with talking with your girl on the phone than
Yeah, then
actually
actually,
meeting
yeah,
her, like
because
actually meeting
that's the
her.
world we live in now. You know, like obviously, if you have flexibility to make it happen, that you see each other more, 100%, I encourage that. It's like let's do that, yeah. But to those who are dating, on the dating scene, those guys who are trying to do mjolo, be crave, people. Be crave, do anything, but don't be here saying, so I can't. Nah, bro, someone else is being crave and they're getting the number of the girl, or they're getting attention from the guy. So it's just more of using what we have now, because if we all understand that it's now, on the phone, be craving phone.
I think I'm slow, man. I'm not good at that phone thing, man. Because sometimes you're working with me the whole day. How many times I talk on the phone, man?
I know.
Even my daughter sometimes she feels like this guy, man, is not
Yeah,
serious.
yeah,
Because she can send me messages and I'll respond maybe
yeah,
at night when I want
yeah,
but she didn't to communicate with me. I'm bad with phone.
yeah, yeah.
So talking about technology, my man. Co- uh, do you think like Africans here, we are embracing the technology that we are founding here, or we are just following whatever we hear with the same cultural mindset that we come from home with? Do you think Africans we are really actually utilizing the the technology now?
I think we are, because I think, like for example, like I think it's adaptiveness, isn't it? Like, like it's Africa is adapting a bit slower than us here.
What does it make? Is it culture,
No, I think it's just
education?
resources,
Oh, resources.
resources of
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
there. For example, internet. Internet
But
might.
the internet is everywhere nowadays,
No,
man.
but it might be like, different countries have different laws about the internet where you can post, isn't it? Then like you
Nah,
know,
man. Like when you're talking about a country like Zimbabwe, yes,
yes. I want to say a lot, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I've been in Zimbabwe, man. The only thing that is expensive for data,
So that's
but
my
they have
point. So
but they have access to internet.
yeah, but then here is the right to have internet.
I've
You know.
I've not like in my country, the cheapest way of internet is Facebook. That's why when you are doing well in Facebook in my country now, you can be a celebrity just because of your Facebook. But Instagram and YouTube and Instagram is there, but the prices for you to be able to access it is a bit more.
So that's what I mean,
So
resources,
Facebook has
isn't it?
packages for Facebook and stuff.
So
Yeah, man.
this is what I mean, resources, because if you see, people have evolved from Facebook now. Money is still on Facebook. A lot of people are getting paid in Africa through
Yeah,
Facebook,
through
right?
Facebook, yeah.
But then think about the big bucks on YouTube, for
Yeah,
example.
my man.
The,
Money,
like
money.
big
Nah, my
bucks on
man.
YouTube, for example, because your podcast is not
Yeah,
on Facebook.
yeah,
Because you
yeah,
understand where the big bucks are.
yeah,
So that's the progressiveness I mean in terms of like resources.
yeah.
In terms of in Africa, the resource that's been made as like we should use is Facebook. You guys should use Facebook. That's the only, that's the good one. Because that's when we don't progress. But Africans are smart. So Africans who are coming here in the UK, and I feel like a lot of us, we're utilizing the technology a lot, in terms of like we're using all the resources we've got. Then like right now, I think, guys, I'm looking at 4 cameras right now, and there's a lot of cameras, there's lights, that's the technology that's here. There's mics here, so with us here, we got an opportunity to elevate, how we go. In Africa, there's a few. For example, if you say like Obama G's, they
Yeah,
have the
yeah.
resources because they've traveled and they
Yeah.
see what people are doing,
Oh, yeah. Out
and then they
there
bring it back.
to home.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, bring
Then,
it home.
but someone who hasn't traveled, they think the box is on Facebook.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying Facebook doesn't pay, so it does pay good, but there's more.
yeah, there's more.
You can, yeah.
Like I was saying back, I was saying to my friend that nowadays we have superheroes, the real superheroes of Africa, people that we can now point that hey, man, this guy inspired me. Like you're talking about McG. He's a guy that even in UK, you cannot deny that he can inspire to do better
Yeah.
in life,
Yeah.
But he still is an African guy. Are we celebrating them enough there, those kind of people? The same as we were when we were young, we used to love Superman, we used to love Batman, and we used to feel like this guy they can come and save us. But right now we have people that are there right now that are doing Black Coffee. I think is one of the people that we can do that.
Yeah.
Are they celebrated enough by us?
I think diasporians, we don't celebrate our people enough. Like us living here, we don't. We familiarize ourselves like, this guy, like imagine.
Since he make it.
Yeah, like imagine like I go like Mark G when he was this FM. I used to listen to this guy like I know him. I don't know him. But
Yeah.
we make it. The
make
personal feeling like I
Oh,
know him.
yeah,
Like he's
yeah.
my friend. This guy now he's go YouTube now. He thinks, but this guy used to listen to him. No, bro, you were still following him, but celebrating his evolution.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Black Coffee, bro, he sells out.
Yeah, he does. He's
I went.
owns the bees, I mean.
Do you know? Like I remember one time my friend, because I used to live in Brighton before I moved to Southampton.
Yeah.
So Black Coffee had a show on Tuesday, right? On Tuesday in Brighton. This is him testing his set for Ibiza before he goes to Ibiza. So he had his tested sets. So he goes to this. He might just come to Southampton and the tickets come last minute, right? Like 2 weeks before, right? I went there, bro, and then Black Coffee, he played for 4 hours straight. DJs now play for 1 hour, bro, and then next one. 1 hour next one. Even DJs don't play 4 hours straight. Black Coffee
Nah,
was
I
there.
play for 6 hours here.
Yeah, I'm a guy. Cheers. Away.
I play for 6 hours.
Exactly.
Here.
See, that's what I mean.
Yeah, man.
So it's those things where Black Coffee and the shock in my head was when I was in Brighton, right? Brighton's we got good community of Black people, Southern Africans, Zimbabwe, South Africans, Swanas. We got good community in Brighton.
I've never been to Brighton, yeah?
Now Brighton is not far, man. Hour and a half. You should go, bro. It's a nice
Yeah.
beach and everything there. So
Oh yeah, I remember I told you.
yeah,
You guys heard
it's
that the
nice,
beach is
Dan.
nice.
Yeah. So when I went in there, and we were probably 10% Black people and just seeing white people, and I was like, my guys made it. Because this guy, the ticket was not marketed to us. Because us, we don't support. Right? We don't support our people.
So he already has his own clientele.
If you see even Black Coffee, it shows, even if you see they always, like his clientele, you see the population, people appreciate him. It's the same as Major League now. Major League is being appreciated more by white people than Black people, because Black people are now saying Major League sold AMAPIANO. No, but they put it to the world, don't it?
We are going to go to that part that Mapiano and the white community. Continue with the story. Then I have the question that
Yeah,
I
so just seeing that, it's like sometimes you have to just say, no, this is what it is. The music is the world. It's not one place, and sometimes the music, even it comes like, for example, if you are a promoter, I've done promoting as well. So if we want to bring an artist, we're trying to make sure we get discounts, right? We want to make sure that come on, my girl, small that. Man.
Yes. Oh yeah.
But then understanding the fact this guy has got a whole family to feed and it's got a culture to push.
He also have a talent to push.
Jerry, so it's those things where I think as Africans we don't push. That's why Afrobeat is big, because Nigerians and Afrobeat people, the West Africa, they pushed Afrobeat so much. You go to a club in London and it's just like, it's Afrobeat club, it's packed. Davido's show is packed, But we can get to those levels too, but it's because in Southern Africa, I think personally, I'm not saying this is fact, this is my opinion. I think we try to cut corners too much. We don't appreciate the talent. We want to appreciate the talent once taken over. A piano now, it was a whole story. Nigeria has taken over piano. Piano is ours. Piano is ours. No.
Well, talking about that, like it's a sense that, like you're saying, it's my opinion. I have a feeling that Africans now, especially those who are doing piano, they just wanna like to protect it, like it's like protect it, like it's South African. Like it's South African. Like if someone, like if somebody, let me say, if can I say white people, or if foreigners can come and do it, we sound like, they're not doing it right.
No.
You get
That's
it?
that's a wrong
Like
mentality.
you're saying,
Yeah.
Black Coffee. He's DJ in the African music, but right now Black Coffee have exploded his own boundaries. He have opened up his own boundaries. He just mixed the whatever he's been doing from Africa and give it a branch in the European market. So right now the biggest people who are supporting are what? White people. Not necessarily that you have to do this for white people only, but let me say European people. You get me? Because we are limiting ourselves to say this is ours.
That's the problem. Yeah, because with black coffee, I remember, I don't know if you know Liquid Dip.
Yeah, liquid dip. Yeah, yeah.
And Liquid Dip, I think with the time I had black coffee probably was even older than them, but it's the same time frame I had Liquid
Yes,
Dip.
yes, yes.
It don't have to be a friend. Na, na, na,
Yeah,
dun,
yeah,
dun,
yeah,
dun.
yeah.
So it was the same sound, right?
Yes, yes.
But with black coffee, push the same sound
To the
abroad
world.
to the world,
Yes.
because that's the same sound, right?
Yes.
Because Black Coffee was not touring at that point, was it?
No, it was not.
Nah. So that's the same sound. So he
Yeah.
pushed it to the world, and the sound even now, bro. We don't even we right now, Buffalo,
Yeah.
right now us. We can't book Black Coffee right now. We can't afford him.
Can't even,
We can't afford
we
him.
can't even
I want
say,
to see. I want to see any Southern African saying in the UK they can afford Black Coffee and sell out without targeting those tickets to the other
world.
to the world.
Yeah, yeah,
Right? Because his market is now huge. So Black Coffee, bro. It's like I was thinking, like, bro, Brighton Black Coffee. People know Black Coffee in Brighton.
They say there's a
I'm like-
billboard. There's a billboard of him when you enter Ibiza. Like they say there's a big billboard of him when you enter. There.
Even Uncle Waffles is in Brighton this weekend, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uncle Waffles.
Talking about cutting corners. Hey man, Africans they negotiate a lot, my man. When it comes to
Yeah.
booking you.
You're a DJ, so
Ah.
you know.
You know, this weekend, one of the promoters, he invites me to a lot of his gigs. He contacted me with the prize, already given a prize, which is, hey man.
That's the thing, innit? That's the thing. Like, I don't know whether it's that we don't have enough budgets or sponsors that come in with us, or we just want to make higher profits.
I think it's I'm not good at doing events, so I cannot judge event organizers. I feel like we have limited our marketing space. Like whenever we are doing things, we have a certain group that we are targeting. There's nobody who want to explore in the bigger market. Like, okay, right now we have AMAPIANO, that is, the people are doing the challenges, whether the white people and the black people that do the challenges. How can we make these people now to be the ones who are buying this music? Because if the white people were buying the music, we're really, because sometimes when you DJ these events, I DJed in London. When I try to put AMAPIANO there, you can see that these people, they don't know this music, which means we are not marketing enough to them.
To them, no.
But we want to say piano is taking over the world. Piano is taking over the world on the diaspora community, but the diaspora community is not supporting enough. I'm not saying it's not supporting enough to this event. Like right now, if you ask me for me to go for a shift or going to Black Coffee or to go to Uncle Waffles event in Brighton,
Yeah.
but a white person, if you tell him Linkin Park is playing in Brighton, he is even selling his house.
Now, because our mentality as black people, Southern African or African people, is we came here to work. But I'm trying to come away from that. I'm not saying people shouldn't work, right? But in Africa, you also had the time to enjoy your weekend sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, Africa
So
they're kicking, my
sometimes,
man.
sometimes it's
Even in
like
Africa
you're
they're
even
kicking.
feeling bad to have a day off. You know,
Yes,
like
man. Yeah.
someone who book a holiday to go get another shift. Like, hey, man, you're booking it off to get another shift. Just
Yeah.
relax. Like personally, I'm just an advocate of just having that balance of work. Like in terms of because I've worked in mental health, bro. People go,
Yes,
mental
yes,
health
yes,
because
yes.
of work. People go in mental health institutions because of work. Because they're just feeling pressure. They don't have time.
This weekend, like I told you, I'm going for the holiday. Like I went
Yeah,
to,
bro. Because I
I
was
went
so excited for you. Because you already told me about your holiday a lot last week, right? I was like, my
yeah,
guy, I'm so excited for you because you
yeah,
deserve that because you work hard. Do you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Like there's something that happened that I was telling my housemate that it's my first time spending money and then not feeling bad about it. Like right now, I didn't say like, hey, I need to. I say, okay, no, I need to go out and get more so
I
that
can
I
do
can
it
do this life over,
again.
over, over,
You
over.
see,
Whereby
that's
I can
it.
buy like not necessarily spending money carelessly, but spending money more, like spending not
On
even money
yourself,
on
just
myself.
treating yourself,
Yeah, man. Yeah,
just
man.
saying to yourself like, "Now, my guy, well done, you worked hard. This was a hard
Yeah,
week."
man. Yeah, man. Yeah,
So
man.
I think personally, I think yeah, we won't buy those tickets because we're going to work 100%.
Yeah,
We're
man.
choosing work than supporting our artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're not celebrating them in now, right? Like I was saying. Oh man, it's interesting. My guy, we want to have the last segment of the time that I want you to come and talk about the organization that you are having with your brother,
Okay. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
footballer. So I want you to come and talk more about it. Yeah, 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 man. Guys, this is Mike and Mine, guys. You know what? Please, guys, subscribe. You guys who are watching, and you guys that are, I'm grateful for you watching. But if you subscribe, you press notification bell, you can get a new episode. And we apologize for this weeks that sometimes we don't upload the episode. It's because maybe sometimes we've recorded and we don't feel that the content is right for you guys. Because we are not just to record and put the content just there. We have to assess it and see with my team if the content is okay for you to guys to watch. Then we are going to continue. So right now we're continuing with schools. This is the last minute, guys. We're going to be talking more about his charity organization. This guy is a hustler, guys. He has a charity organization. Tell us who's involved and what the charity organization. What does it do?
Yeah. So we me and my brothers got the Jordan Summer Foundation.
And who's your brother?
Yeah. So so my brother plays international. His name is Jordan Zemura. He plays in Udinese in Italy. He also plays international for Zimbabwe.
What was
Left back, So yeah, he was he played the South African game. We lost, but yeah, you know what it is. But yeah, so we have the Jordan Zamra Foundation. We started this foundation as brothers. We're 7 boys in my family, so we decided to use this opportunity that he's playing football and let's give back. So what the foundation does, we sponsor kids in Africa mostly, though we're expanding in the UK as well. But what we do is we're trying to empower the youth through sports and mentorship. So we have sports programs and mentorship programs that we're doing. We also do community programs as well. So we're going back to Africa in May. We're going to do borewells in rural areas, so there's water
Wow.
for the community and kids. But we're putting it at school because our main focus is the kids.
Yeah.
So what we do with the foundation, we just want to give an opportunity to kids. Like I think, like I said, I grew up in Africa. So I know the African struggles. There's I was fortunate enough. I thank God for that.
The opportunity
I
to
was
move,
my opportunities were quite I had more opportunities, but there's other people who have so much talent out there and they don't have access to different things. So our charity, what it does is just sponsors kids to make sure those kids are going through school. We got scholarships. We have we do tournaments, football tournaments as well. We do safe water. So we got those initiatives out there. So I wasn't prepared for this, but but yeah.
No, you're doing well. You're doing well.
So I think personally giving back is important, and I think about giving back, people think you need to have ten thousand, but you don't.
Whatever you have, just
Whatever you have, sometimes I think you can, even especially if you're here and you're getting, you're earning a bit of money.
if you give
Sometimes
10
the
pounds to
money we can
someone,
go out. Sometimes if we go out, we can spend maybe 50 pounds. Maybe that week you say I won't go out, and you just go give that 50 pounds to someone, because
else.
school fees, 50 pounds can cover a term. Your school fees was for a child to go to school. So what we do in the charity, it's just us young guys, man, and trying to push this education. Education is important. Africans, we educated guys,
that means let me push my podcast so that I can be part of this.
yeah,
podcast,
and so I think the most important thing is, like, we're pushing this as a foundation. We started pushing this just personal, and then it became big, and it's now a foundation. It's now a foundation, but it can start with you. Charity starts at home. We all have someone at home in our families where we know this is a smart kid. All they need is support to go to school and finish. I think the best result is someone just deciding, my 50 pounds a month, I'm gonna sponsor that. 50 pounds a month, that's 150 for term is 3, right? 150 for 3 months. I'm gonna sponsor that for a child to go to school, and I'm gonna see them through to pass. You don't understand the talent that we have in Africa, that these kids have talent. These kids are smart, but they don't have resources. So I think with the foundation, it's something that we're doing, but I think I'm not trying to push that a lot. It's just more on the viewers watching. Charity starts with you, Charity starts with you in terms of, like, just donate what you have.
That's good. Yeah, guys, this show was sponsored by Gold Vinyls. Gold Vinyls is the clothing brand. We'll put their number on the screen so that you can order more orders. They have hoodies and t-shirts. So, my guy, KUDZI, there's a question that I want to ask. There's a fight between the Shonas and the Veles. What do you know about that?
Bro.
You feel it then in UK?
No, I feel it, but bro, I'm so diverse, man.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about, like, the people around, man. The diaspora people, like.
I don't understand why, and I'm gonna say why I don't understand why, right? Because I embrace cultures, man. Like I said, you need to leave your space and leave the world is big, bro. Like, even when you speaking your language, I'm adding on a little bit, even if I'm not right, you correct me, then I learn, right? This whole thing about having, what's called
bigger
tribes fighting, it for me it's just backwards. I'm sorry, it's just backwards in terms of, like, like, I'm not part of it, guys. My developed people, I love you. My South African people, I love you. My Tswana people, my Namibian people, the whole world, man. Then, cause bro, last week we met and we here, right? But that's cause the culture. And if you see that, there's thing called Abantu, isn't it?
So, my nigga, right now in the music, who are you fucking with in the music now?
I'm piano, bro. I'm piano.
In piano, who's that?
I don't even listen to hip hop in my car, bro. Anyway, I listen to piano.
Who do you listen to now?
Bro, Scott is coming, bro.
Scott, Have you seen his interview with the
LT? I saw it yesterday.
Yeah.
Scott is coming.
I don't want to watch. I wanted to watch it. Even today, I wanted to watch the podcast of Mark G and this other comedian. I wanted to watch it, but I'm afraid of watching them now because I feel like I'm gonna be doing the content the same way they're doing because it's gonna influence me the other way. But I'm gonna watch it from here. from there, because I love the shows. I love that.
No, I
show.
think
Yeah.
influence is good.
Yeah,
If
it
you
is
feel
good.
see them as
Yeah.
influence, it's not about maybe thinking that you'd copy what they do,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
if it's been done before as well, you can copy and do
Yeah,
it.
they're the ones that are giving us a blueprint that this thing is
Yeah.
working, you know.
Nah, but Scots, man, like I think KUDZI is the legend. I saw KUDZI last year. Piano People, that was the greatest show I've been to, and your Scorpion Kings together, even Pori together, they just did good one together. I push piano, bro. I push piano.
You push
I push piano, bro.
Afrobeat.
Bro, I push piano, bro. And I'm a piano guy.
I'm trying to buy you to Afrobeat. What about three step now? Three step is in here. I was
Three
playing- I was
step,
playing yeah.
three step, yeah. Right. The target audience, you need to understand. Right. Let me cook. Target audience, right?
Yeah.
Three step is another elevation of piano. Why do I say that?
Yeah.
Three step is not targeted to us only.
Yeah.
Why people are fucking with three step too much than even us?
Thank you.
They're
Asifa.
fucking with.
You see, guys, the way I'm diverting to three step.
That's
I
where
love
the
tech.
money is.
I love tech. I like DJing tech, and I love. I think right now I'm fucking with piano. It's not like I don't have a problem with piano, but right now, the person who created three step, he was looking at me. He said, "This is my son. He's struggling."
What's that? Okay.
I don't know whoever he is. And thank you, motherfucker. You are the best.
All right.
The
guy.
guy who did three step, and I'm thanking
Nah,
him, and
because
I
three
said,
step is like
It's
a lot of
amazing.
DJs who are doing tech. They're now in three step, isn't it? Because three step is a
Yeah.
bit of it's
In
like
between the
between
tech
piano
and
and
tech,
tech.
yeah,
Then,
yeah.
and it's also house, deep
House.
house. So three step,
This
three
guy's
steps,
cooking,
hey.
my guy. This guy's cooking.
Hey.
Yeah,
It's,
tomorrow. It's gonna be next week. Oh, this episode is gonna be tomorrow on Friday. I'll be banging three step.
make sure you guys come through Southampton.
Southampton, guys.
Yes.
There's on the 10th here. There's an event here in One Oxford. Please come here and let's have fun, guys. It's all world party. It's annual event, and it's amazing here. Are you coming, Yvonne?
Maybe.
She says she's not coming if it's not work. Yeah, man. Thankful for my team. I love them. They are always supporting me and always giving me guidance. And KUDZI, my guy.
Nah, thank you, man. Let me just
What-
give you
what-
flowers
what-
a little bit.
What's your I don't want to say your last words, man.
My last words is just to you, bro. I'm gonna be back here, but this has been fun, and I think
No, I want you to be my co-host, man, because I realize
not on the camera. We talk with management,
Yeah,
but for real, bro. And
what do you think about our production?
nah, for real. You say this to me like we're talking, just working, and then
Yeah,
say
yeah.
like I got a podcast, and then I watched it. I was like, actually, my guy is cooking, and he's going somewhere with it, and I like that. It's not the normal podcast we used to, where it's just talking about controversy.
Yeah.
Now podcast now is like controversy, but this has been fun. Where just an open conversation about life experience. Nothing. Where I'm saying someone's experience. It's my experience.
Yeah. You know what's our motto? Come and speak your truth.
Yes. And I think I spoke my truth, guys. And thank you.
Man, I learned a lot, man.
Yeah.
I always learning from you. Mind you, when are we going to play? You say you're going to play golf.
Yeah, let's do it. We're
Yeah,
gonna
to do it, man.
cook,
We have to do
cooking.
Guys, this is my Mike and Mind. Like I said, I'm thanking my team and I thank KUDZI for coming. See you another week. Gabby is doing another book. He says he's gonna come to the podcast and we're gonna be talking a lot about his book. So guys, let's support each other. Let's keep on loving each other. One thing that I always tell people: no candle can dim each other's light.
Oh yeah, can I say sorry?
Yeah, you can say something. Else.
I've got a book. I've got coloring books, which
Oh,
are
yeah.
adult coloring books, but it's
Adult.
therapeutical.
Oh,
So I'll bring them if I get the next episode. I'll bring my books. So I've
Yeah,
been
yeah,
doing
yeah.
coloring books where it's a story. It's trying to now teach our kids who are born here about their culture.
oh.
So it's called Afro Roots. That's my brand for the books.
Wow.
So
So you can bring it. We can put it here.
So I'll
sometime,
bring
man.
them there. Yeah, since we're
Well,
plugging things in, I
Yeah.
plug myself in, guys. Join.
Yeah. You hear, where can people get that book?
So the book is on Amazon. So I'll send you the links, and then yeah,
Yeah.
it's on Amazon at the
We'll
moment.
put it.
But yeah, on TikTok as well. We pushing that. I just published a book this week, so it's something new. But I think it's good. Just therapy is different. Therapy might not be talking, but you can just do coloring therapy.
Yeah.
Let's not think about it like someone's telling us what to do. It's just making sure your mental health is fine. Yeah, and that's
Mental
all.
health is a big thing.
That's all.
Like I said, guys, let's love each other. Let's support each other. Loving each other doesn't cause any pain. What causes pain is hating. Because when you see someone passing, your heart pinch that heart salt. But when you love, when you see something, I don't think it's anybody feels pain when they're looking at the flowers.
Mm.
You see, you always looking them beautifully like these things. Why don't we do that with other human beings?
Yeah.
Other person's success, man. Like it's that time. You get it. We're only here for a purpose in this world.
Yeah.
So if you're going to feel bad when you see someone doing well, there's something that people they always say that in Botswana, I think they say Botswana are fighting. But I was in Sheffield, man. I saw something beautiful. Like people were happy, enjoying each
Nice.
other, greeting
Yeah.
each other,
Nice.
drinking together, having fun. And I was
Nice.
so happy.
Yeah.
And we even have a conversation about a lot of things that we feel like they're wrong
Yeah.
in our community.
Nice.
And I
Yeah.
love the way people were openly talking about a lot of things. We need to openly helping each other.
Yeah.
And when meeting people, like I was saying, I meet people and say they like my podcast, they want to come, but they don't want to come. Guys, we are open. Love you guys and peace. See you next time. Whoa!
Cheers.